Hello students, welcome to the Pole Science of class 12, and today we will start with the revision task related to the chapter United Nations and Organizations. That means we will try to understand about all the topics that we have read so far regarding the chapter United Nations and its organizations. So let us proceed then. We will start from the establishment of League of Nations. If you remember, the United Nations is actually the successor of League of Nations. That means what? The League of Nations was formed earlier. After that, the United Nations succeeded it in the year 1945. So, related to the establishment of League of Nations, the 20th century witnessed two world wars. That means the First World War was from 1914 to 1918, and the Second World War started in the year 1939 and ended in the year 1945. So the 20th century witnessed what? Two world wars which were highly destructive of life as well as material. That means many people lost their lives also, and whatever the things that were connected with these people were also been destroyed. After this, these two wars shook the conscience of the people of the world and highlighted the need of peace and cooperation among the nations. So these two wars that actually happened in the 20th century did what? Shook the life or the conscience of the people. Now people were actually trying to understand that peace and cooperation is very much needed in order to prevent this deadly war, which can take what? Which can take life also and destruct everything related to the people all over the world. So every people in this world were actually thinking of another options, which was obviously not related to war, but the people were demanding what, or were thinking about the necessity of establishing peace and cooperation among every nation, so that what can happen, if peace is established between every countries in the world, that it will suddenly stop world war like situation. The first attempt towards achieving this aim of world peace was in the form of League of Nations after the First World War. That means you can assume that whatever the people were thinking, that after the First World War, due to so much of distractions, people were actually thinking of establishing peace and cooperation, and that too in the international level. That means this should be actually applicable to all the countries that are present in the world. So in order to establish peace and harmony all over the world, the first thing that was done was the establishment of League of Nations. And that means what? The League of Nations was actually formed after the First World War. That means you can say that 1914 to 1918 the First World War occurred. Then after 1918 only, after the First World War ended, after that only this League of Nations came actually, or were formed. And the reason for the formation of League of Nations was related to what? So that world peace and harmony can be achieved through this organization. This was of course a failure, as it could not avert the Second World War. So in order to stop war, the League of Nations was formed, and it was formed immediately after the First World War. But its main purpose was to stop war and was to establish peace and harmony all over the world. But it was not successful in doing so, because again in the year 1939 Second World War occurred. So when the Second World War occurred, obviously the establishment of League of Nations was a big question mark, because it was not successful in averting the or stopping the Second World War. Clear? So from the picture you can see that the League headquarters from 1929 until its dissolution. That means from 1929 to 1939, as long as The Second World War did not occur. The headquarter, you can see the image of the headquarter in the extreme left side. Then after, one map is shown, extreme at the center, that means it is mentioned that members of league during 1920 to 1945, that means 25 years. After the members were there, they are trying to show it through the map. After that, in the extreme right, you can see the League of Nations assembly buildings in Geneva. The extreme left one was the headquarters of the League of Nations, and to the extreme right, the picture that is showing is, it is the assembly building in Geneva. That means in Switzerland, the League of Nations building, assembly building was there, which was in Geneva, but the headquarter was different from the assembly buildings. Clear? After that, as we have read about the League of Nations, now we will read about how was the United Nations established. What was the reason? Obvious reason was that League of Nations was not successful in stopping war after its formation, so it was not successful, and a big question mark was there. After that, the search for peace culminated in the formation of the United Nations after World War II. Again, just as the people thought that and League of Nations was formed after the First World War immediately, in the same way United Nations was also formed, and the main purpose of forming United Nations was same as it was for forming the League of Nations. The main reason for forming United Nations was to stop war and to establish peace and harmony all over the world. So after the World War II, that means after 1945, the United Nations was formed. From April 25 to June 26, 1945, delegates from 50 nations met at San Francisco to draft a charter for the United Nations. That means before forming United Nations, what was the process that was done? That means from April 25 to June 26, almost 2 months, that was in the year 1945, delegates from 50 nations met at San Francisco. That means over 50 countries, some delegates came from over like nearly 50 countries. They came and they sat in a meeting at a place called San Francisco to draft a what? To draft a charter for the United Nations. So that the main reason was that so that they can draft a charter, and by that what will happen? It will make way for the formation of United Nations. So they met to draft a charter. After that, the reason for drafting a charter was obvious, that it was for the formation of United Nations. After that, later many other countries joined United Nations. The United Nations officially came into existence on October 24, 1945. So you can see here that it took around 2 months to draft a charter by nearly 50 member countries, or 50 countries, sorry. And finally, when it was formed in the same year, but the date was October 24th, 1945, when its charter had been ratified by China, France, the USSR, the UK and US, and by a majority of other signatories. So actually, when the United Nations was finally formed, what was being done? The charter was ratified by, you can see the name of the countries, that is China, France, USSR, UK and US. What are all these? These are all permanent members, because if any of the permanent members give a veto, that means a negative vote, then the United Nations would not have been set up. So for that reason only, you can see here that whatever the charter was drafted, that was actually ratified by these 5 permanent members, and also by other majority of other signatories like member countries. So this day every year is celebrated as the UN Day the world over. That means if short questions comes about the UN, that which day is celebrated is the UN Day, that means which day it will be? It will be October 24th, 1945. Clear? So moving on to next point, that is the purposes of United Nations. So after we have know elaborately about the League of Nations and about the formation of United Nations. Now we will try to know about what were the purposes actually of forming United Nations. As you can see that there are four purposes, namely, number one is to maintain international peace and security. The main motive behind forming League of Nations was also same, and that of forming United Nations was also for the same reason. And that reason was what? So that this organization can maintain international peace and security. That means in the international level, all the countries present in the world can maintain what? International peace and security. And the United Nations actually is serving as a mediator, so that the United Nations can do what? Stop war, and they can mediate, and wherever there is a warlike situation, they can come and have a discussion over that, and they can resolve it through peaceful way. Number two, to develop friendly relations among nations. So after maintaining international peace and security, their second purpose was to develop friendly relations among nations. That means each country should have friendly relation with the other country. Clear? That means, suppose assume that there are approx 193 countries in the world. Out of that, the UN is trying to do what? They are trying to maintain so that every country can have friendly relation with the other countries that are present in the world. Number three is to cooperate in solving international economic, social, cultural and humanitarian problems, and in promoting respect for human rights and fundamental freedoms. So the third purpose of forming United Nations is what? To cooperate in solving international economy. That means economic problem, all the member countries should cooperate in solving internationally economic problem. Then social problems that are of related to international sphere. Then cultural and humanitarian problems. So these four aspects are there, namely economic, social, cultural and humanitarian problems, where the United Nations is trying to give cooperation in solving all this, be it the economic problems, be it social, be it cultural or be it humanitarian. And who will cooperate among each other? The member countries or the countries that are present in the world. And also in promoting respect for human rights and fundamental freedoms. And along with cooperation, they should also do what? They should give respect for human rights also and fundamental freedoms also. Whatever points are there which actually is given, or which actually is given by the purpose of human rights and fundamental freedom, that should be promoted, and that should not be neglected by any countries in the world. After that, number four is to protect earth and environment. And this number four point can be related to the abolition of war. That means every country is not in favor of a war, and along with that, if they are not creating a warlike situation, that means what? They are protecting their earth also and their environment also. And many factors are also there regarding the pollution also and other problems also, which is actually destroying the mother earth or the mother nature. So in order to resolve this also, the purpose of United Nations is to protect what? Earth also and the environment also. Clear? So these are the four purposes of the United Nations. Number one is to maintain international peace and security. Number two is to develop friendly relations among nations. Number three is to cooperate in solving international economic, that means problem related to economic, social, cultural and humanitarian problems, and along with that also to promote respect for human rights and fundamental freedoms. Clear? And last but not the least is to protect, the purpose of United Nations is to protect earth and environment. Clear? So with this, I will wind up today's topic related to the United Nations and its organizations. And this is the revision process that is going on, because we have earlier read about all these topics. Now we will revise once more in order to understand it in a more descriptive way, so that it can be helpful for you in many ways. So with this, I will wind up today's topic. Thank you.